Hi, everybody. Brian Engelman here, or Captain Rewind, as I have been called, because I like to rewind things and play the parts that are my favorite over and over to make sure everybody around me got to see it and understand why I thought it was so great. This is Highly Suspect. This is an album that has been on my radar for, well, since it came out. 16, it was an instant favorite song of mine. I reacted to that one first. And actually, that's the only song I allowed myself to listen to from this entire album. I may have heard a song or two in passing, or maybe my brother played something, but I didn't get the album. I didn't listen to the album. I didn't go out of my way to binge it. I've been thinking about doing a reaction channel for more than 2 years now. That's how ridiculous. I'm a thinker. Overthinking, overanalyzing separates the body from the mind, withering my intuition, urging me to, was it cross the line? The Maynard lyric from Tool. In paralysis through analysis. I'm an overthinker and overanalyzer. So I've wanted to do a channel, I just haven't done it yet. But then again, I was moving across the country and my studio was being changed and my technology was changing and I didn't really have a proper setup. This still isn't even in the proper setup. I have my green screen down here. I have so many different things to hang up behind me. I could use different... Anyway, I digress. I'm doing it. And I love the band Highly Suspect. Gang Lion, what album was that off of? The first album. And then Mr. Asylum. And then My Name is Human. What was that? Serotonia. This band is incredible. One of my favorites. Hands down, all-time favorite bands. So I'm excited to hear this album. I can't believe I held off this long. And if you like what I'm doing, I've also reacted to Tom McDonald videos for Canceled and Woke. Fake Woke. I've also done Harry Mack Omegle Bars 23 back to 17. I'm going to do all those. He's a freestyle rapper. If you don't know, now you know. You need to know. So if you don't know, you need to know. Check out those videos on this channel. I'm also going to get into Tool, Pussifer, Scott Bradley, and Postmodern Jukebox. I'm going to be reviewing a lot of music. My channel for the New American Media has been up for 10 years. And you know, when content is shadow banned and deranked and demonetized because you're covering current events, it makes you want to create less of that content. But we do have, thousands of subscribers and, what is it? 1.5 million, 2 million lifetime views and several viral videos over the past years. So go check out the vast content over at the New American Media. Yeah, it's music, it's sports, it's current events and politics, it's all the things. But this channel's kind of starting to become this one right here. Click subscribe, tell your friends, share it, please. Type your comments below, like the page, set the notification bell. This is where we're going to talk music. We're going to talk a lot of music. So let's listen to this song. Fire, fire... on fire. Actually, that reminds me of a Pussifer intro. A lot, actually. I can't remember. Something fires, something's on fire. Starting off synth.
Don't like the way that I look. I don't like the way that I feel. I'm acting like everything's cool, but maybe it's time I start keeping it real. I've thought about killing myself. I've thought about ending it all. I've thought about standing on top of my building in Brooklyn and seeing how long it would take me to fall. I'm scared, and I'm losing my patience. I wanna feel weightless. I hate this. What's up? Hey, don't know why I'm so fucked up.
Whoa, okay. Damn. Yeah, the song is called Fly. I don't think I properly introduced that. The song is called Fly. Yeah, this is one of those bands, and there's so many, that you know that their singer's unstable. You know that they're battling demons. We Chester from Linkin Park, or Chris Cornell, or Bradley Nowell from Sublime, or Kurt Cobain from Nirvana. I don't have to stop there. We could keep going. There's a laundry list of people that are really battling demons. And this is a band that's on my list. I need to go see them as soon as humanly possible, because God help me, I just don't trust that this guy's going to be around. I just get that vibe that he's He's Icarus flying close to the sun, and I think he knows it, and I think he wants it. And he sings about it, and he writes about it. Oh, I should pull up the lyrics to this. Actually, I can make out what he's saying. Yeah, I didn't think to do that. Here, let me do Fly lyrics. Highly suspect. There we go. Yeah, I didn't know if I was going to get lyrics on that song. All right, so let's get back to that. Whoops. Where's the... Here we go. Oh, here. I was going to rewind that back. Here we go.
It's cool, but maybe it's time I start keeping... Don't like the way that I look. I don't like the way that I feel. I'm acting like everything's cool, but maybe it's time I start keeping it real. I've thought about killing myself. I've thought about ending it all. I've thought about standing on top of my building in Brooklyn and seeing how long it would take me to fall. I'm scared, and I'm losing my patience. I wanna feel weightless. I hate this. What's up? Hey. I don't know why I'm so fucked up. It sucks. Maybe I'm over dramatic, but I'm just keeping it real. I'm not always okay, I don't know how to deal. I wish I had someone to give me some love. I wish I had someone to give me a hug. I'm sick of the liquor and sick of the drugs. I wish I could just stop fucking up. Dear Johnny, be honest. You can change if you want it. And let me tell you something else that's true. There's no one else that's just like you. Dear Johnny, be real. It's okay to feel. One day you're gonna hear this song and laugh because you stay so strong.
All right, so what is this? This is a chorus of people talking back to him. He says, don't like the way that I look, don't like the way that I feel. I'm acting like everything's cool, but maybe it's time I start keeping it real. I've thought about killing myself. I've thought about ending it all. I like this part because he adds an extra consonant or two in the second part. I've thought about standing on top of my building in Brooklyn and seeing how long it would take me to fall. So actually, I haven't learned the melody of that yet, but like there was an extra part to that. Yeah, I mean, this is a dude that's thought about it. You know, I have a degree in psychology. I didn't. I volunteered at a crisis center, and it was somewhere around that time that I decided I don't think I really want to do this. So I got my degree, and then I went into journalism and music, working at a talent agency and booking bands and stuff like that. But in psychology, what they say is, you want to talk to somebody. If someone calls in and they tell you they're feeling the way they're feeling, you want to ask, have you thought about how you would do it? And some people will be like, no, I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I just feel like that would be easier than where I'm at right now. And you go, okay. I did a Harry Mack Omegle Bars 23. Please watch that video. In that, when I talk about a Rorschach ink blot test, where they show you just a black and white inky image, and you could see like a butterfly, or you could see a turtle being run over by a car, and you're like, what, dude? What? So when you ask somebody, are you're feeling, you're having the feelings you're feeling, well, have you thought about a plan? And they're like, yeah. Well, can you tell me? And they say, well, yeah, I thought about getting, this from the kitchen and walking into the bathtub and, having a warm bath and getting in there, and I know exactly what to do, and I've thought about it, and I'm going to do this with my dog before I do, and I'm going to say goodbye to so and so before, and then you're like, okay, all right, well, this is elevated. This is elevated. You're actually there. You've thought this through. You are there. That's a code red. That's very different than, it would just be so much easier if I didn't have to put up with all this, and I don't even want to be here. Like, those are very valid feelings. Those are very valid feelings. Wow, why is that such a hard phrase to say? Those are very valid feelings. That is a very valid feelings to have. when you get specific and you say, I thought about standing on top of my building in Brooklyn and seeing how long it would take me to fall. Actually, I think I just got the cadence to that. You know, you're seeing the swan dive. Who does that? Head P? A swan dive under the concrete? How's that song go? So yeah, this is a a musician that has been battling some stuff. You know, face tattoos are you know, that's a good place to start. You know, you're reaching out, you're looking for the attention. Tom McDonald fame as well. I don't know, maybe that's a common thing these days. I don't quite get it, but more power to you. But yeah, his albums, he references this topic, you know, directly or indirectly quite a bit, and it just seems like a band that could burn out, that he could go too far one day with his partying or with his consumption or with just wanting to end it all. And this is a song about it, you know, and it makes me feel sad to hear it, because this is exactly what I've had this band pegged for a while. Johnny, whatever his name is, I don't even know his last name, Johnny something. And forgive me, MCID crew, tell me. In the other two people in the band, they're twins, right? They're twin brothers. I mean, like, they're one of my favorite bands, but I haven't gone down the rabbit hole, like, getting into their bios or anything. But this song, yeah, he says, I'm scared, I'm losing my patience, I want to feel weightless, I hate this, what's up, eh? Don't know why I'm so up, it sucks, eh? Maybe I'm over dramatic, but I'm just keeping it real. I'm not always okay, I don't know how to deal. Wish I had someone to give me I wish I had someone to give me some love. I wish I had someone to give me a hug. I'm sick of the liquor. I'm sick of the drugs. I wish I could just stop effing up. And then this here, it's Dear Johnny, Be Honest, and it's a chorus. It's almost like it's a chorus of, I don't know exactly. It could be mother, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be several people in his life. But I feel like there's a lot of female voices in here, maybe angelic almost, where I don't know the origin of this song. So tell me below, what is... Type in the comments and click subscribe if you like talking about good music. But, you know, what is this song about? Is this all of the people in his life saying, be honest, you can change it if you want. Let me tell you something else that's true. There's no one else that's just like you. Dear Johnny, be real. It's okay to feel. One day you're going to hear this song and laugh because you stayed so strong. Is this a conversation with a therapist, a conversation with his guardian angel, a conversation with himself? Is it literally two, you know, an angel and a demon sitting on his shoulder? I don't know. I don't know what the origin of this song is, but this part coming in with the choir, you know, with the chorus. Here, let me move this over here. I should have set that up in advance. It's a little confusing. Going back and forth between the lyrics, but yeah, it makes me sad because I worry about the dude. He's too talented. What could Bradley Nowell have done over the past 25 years making music? It makes your heart hurt to think if you lose someone too early. But it also makes you that much happier that you got to see any of them. You know, it's a double-edged sword.
Got a brother, I know that I don't call enough. Hey baby boy, what's up? I miss you so much. Got a father that raised me when shit got tough. But we don't really know how to talk about stuff. Got a brother I ain't seen in 18 years. Just know that I forgive you, there's been too many tears. I hope I don't get any older with this chip up on my shoulder. I think it's time I switched it all up. Dear Johnny, be honest.
I think he's in this one more.
You can change if you want it. But let me tell you something else that's true. There's no one else that's just like you.
Like you.
It's okay to feel. One day you're gonna hear this song and laugh because you stay so strong.
Yeah, they got the backing vocals, and he's pretty good at that. He'll do layered vocals, whatever the. I don't even remember what it was, but I mimicked it as I heard it. I parroted it. The second verse here, got a brother, I know that I don't call enough. Hey baby boy, what's up? I miss you so much. Got a father that raised me when shit got tough, but we don't really know how to talk about stuff. Got a mother I ain't seen in 18 years. Just know that I forgive you. There's been too many tears. I hope I don't get any older. With this chip on my shoulder, I think it's time I switched it all up. Trying to make amends. You know, that's That's part of the AA thing. You got to call the people that you've wronged, I think. Cheers, by the way. Yeah, I mean, look, I got a brother I don't call enough. Hey, baby boy, what's up? Miss you so much. Got a father that raised me and shit got tough. Yeah, my mom passed away last year, and, I had to come to a conclusion and find some peace, forgiving my mother, and reaching a place where, you don't want a chip on your shoulder. Whatever you might be feeling, whatever that is, whatever the reason, whether it's justified, whether it's unjustified, whether it's megalomaniacal, whether it's fully justifiable. Ooh, that's a good line. Megalomaniacal, fully justifiable. All right, there's your opportunity of the day in the comments section. Write a haiku about megalomaniacal. Megalomaniacal. Ooh, there's 7. So it's 575. All right. Type it below. That would make my day to read something like that. Plus, it would let me know that you made it this far in the video. Anyway, I digress. But it's about wanting to get it off your shoulder, and to do that, you got to switch up. Whatever rhythm you're in, whatever the standard you have come to accept as normal, wherever you're at with that, sometimes you got to switch it all up. But it sounds like it's part Alcoholics Anonymous, and then it's part, almost like I said, when you get into the bathtub and you have a plan, did you take care of what to do with the dog? Did you make amends with people on your way out? Did you sort this all out? And so he's thinking about calling his brother and his father, and he's made amends with his mother. And in the context of being worried about the dude now, this is yet another part. It's like, oh, man, I hope he's not just like coming to peace with all this stuff because he's on his way out. So I guess you could say I'm looking forward to the next album, making sure they get there. I'm gonna bring that back a minute because it's cool production on the voice. It's got a digitized sound in the vocal harmonies. There's multiple parts and there's a digitized component to it, some sort of plug-in. It sounds robotic almost. Yeah. I think I just needed to get some shit off my chest. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of our life. Shout out to Studio G. Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Venice Beach. Shout out to Pam the Cat. Shout out to Jolene the dog. And word to 11. Yeah, love you. This is a family. This is MCID. Good. He's laughing. He's making light of all of this. Just a joke. Just need to get some stuff off my chest. Yeah, Venice Beach was, that wasn't my hood, but it was. I lived by the train station, the light rail line in Los Angeles for 15 years. And for the better part of that, half of that time, the light rail lane was up and operating, so it would dump us out at Venice Beach. So I spent a lot of time getting to that pier, that boardwalk, and kind of going up, going down the coast, and spending time over there. And yeah, highly suspect. I think they're from New York, and then they came out to LA. I think that's the story, something like that. But all right, so then now he's he's self-aware enough to make light of it and laugh about it and have some jokes because we're family and we're good. Is he just saying that to wrap it up and move along, or is he doing that as kind of like a, no, I'm just kidding, just need to get some things off my chest? And I don't mean kidding, because you can say it and mean it, but not mean it in a literal sense. But this one had a, the drum beat to it. It felt a little electronic. And that song 16, I believe, I think that went to number 1 on the rock charts, at least on some categories and some places. Number 1 on the rock charts, and it was one of the first ones in a long time that didn't have an electric guitar in it on the rock charts. It was a lot of digital stuff and bass and drum, but this one was a synthesized beat. I don't know, maybe it was performed live, maybe it was a digital kit. I'm not exactly sure, but it had that digital vibe at least. All right, so I love 16. This one's interesting. This one's I think the phrase that's sticking in my head is, "Dear Johnny, be honest." But the thing about songs is, I never know what's going to be stuck in my head after the fact. But that's where you need a strong hook. No, I'm really excited. Look, I start off with what I thought was the number 1 song on the album, "Fly," and then 16 being the second song. So I guess the next one I'm going to do is "Freak Street." Maybe I'll do that one now. I'm in a mood. I've been waiting for so long to do this album. I think I'm going to knock a few out. So check it out. Join me on the ride. And then once I'm done with this album, I'm going to go back through, we'll talk Bloodfeather. We'll get into Serotonia. We'll get into Lydia. We'll get into all of these incredible songs, including the stuff off of their first album. Incredibly glossed over and underrated. That needs a re-release. That needs whatever that needs to be out in a proper way. I've tried to get a copy of that, and I've had a little bit of difficulty. But that was a great album, too. I love this band's catalog. I'm curious. I'm excited to hear Freak Street and the rest of these. Canal. I've heard Canals. I don't remember how. I've heard Upper Drugs, too. I don't know. Tetsuo's Bike. Hold on, are we still on the same album? Is this the same album here? Tokyo Ghoul featuring Terrible Johnny and Young Thug. SOS featuring Gojira. Now Gojira, I don't know Gojira, but I know that people who are into Tool and then get into heavier music, I watch some of the reaction channels like the Decomposer. What's that old composer? He goes by the Decomposer. The guy in Hawaii. He's going down the Tool rabbit hole. And then Drew Fortune. I started watching a lot of these when the Tool album came out last year. And, anybody that's down to do some reactions to Tool and break down the genius that they are, I'm going to follow what they do. But I've seen Gojira pop up on their playlists, other songs. I'm like, that's a band I do need to check out. So it looks like here, song number 8 on this is going to be SOS, which is a song by Highly Suspect featuring Gojira. Am I even saying that right? I don't know. Is this a compilation album? Number 9 is featuring Connor Mason of Nothing But Thieves. Then you got Arizona, number 10. Jozu, number 11. The Silk Road featuring T Grizzly. Taking Off, number 13. These Days, 14. 15 is Snow White. Nairobi is the outro. I feel like you missed an opportunity to go it's so damn literal. Mitch Hedberg, I miss you, buddy. Got to meet Mitch Hedberg, one of my favorite comedians ever. It's so damn literal. I feel like the song 16 could have been track number 16, and you had 16 tracks. Why put this one at number 2? I don't know, but it's not my creative project. But you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do Freak Street. I've been waiting for this album. Who knows? Maybe I'm just going to binge the whole damn thing tonight. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. My name's Brian, a.k.a. Captain Rewind. Click subscribe. Share it with your friends. We're talking good music. We're going to be doing a lot of music. Who hasn't loved sitting around talking to people you know, or people you don't know, or listening to people you don't know, or listening to people that you know about good music? this is one of my favorite bands. This is such an easy one. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do Freak Street. I'm going to post it after the fact. So stay tuned. Tell your other highly suspect friends. Bring them on board. And we're going to do a lot more reactions. I appreciate you. I love you. We'll talk again soon. Take care. Peace.